There's so much rubber.
There's rubber, and there's a smell. That's just like your schoolyard erasers amplified times 100.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? We're at my house today, and this is my 1994 Chevy G20 camper van.
And we're bringing it out of the 90s and into modern day by getting rid of these beautiful stripes.
Yeah, it's riddled with this auburn. These vans are known, this white is known for peeling off just under normal circumstances.
Not the toughest paint.
Yeah, not great. And then on top of that, we're here in New Mexico where the sun is real. And this has been cooking on since 1994.
And how are we getting it off?
Oh, with these guys.
Yeah, some rubber eraser wheels.
I'm sure you guys
From
have seen
Amazon.
this. Yeah, from Amazon. Super cheap. I'm unaware if these actually work. Mike says he's used them before, but he wouldn't tell me.
A better brand.
Yeah, a better brand.
I've actually used a 3M real ones, but we wanted to give these a shot because they're significantly cheaper, and we got 4 of them in a bag.
Yeah, for, gosh, I want to say it was like maybe 16 bucks.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so we want to kind of take this off and see if it works.
Ruin it. Some people out there have probably seen these and they know they kind of work. The big test is this ancient paint, and if we're going to take the paint off or we're going to be able to preserve the paint. They come very simply, you've got it screwed, and I'd say more or less this is like a chuck, not a chuck, like a, I don't know.
Some sort?
Yeah, and so you can actually probably just lock this into your drill, and you can just change these out, because again, it came with 4 of them, and they just screw onto there, and that way you're not having to undo anything, because unlike these modern drills like I have that I brought with me that are quick in and out, Daniel's got something different.
Yeah, so this is a Black & Decker from, I could only guess the turn of the century. It was an inherited thing. It does work, and there's no battery, so I have no idea how long this is going to take, how quickly this comes out. Mike has a better idea because he has done this, but not with these cheapy ones. So we'll see
how it goes.
And you only brought 1 battery, right?
I have about 4.
Oh, you brought 4. Okay.
2 of them are duct taped together,
Yeah.
so they might not last as long. So we're going to start off, he's going to start with this and this, and we're going to see what does better. Obviously, you probably can't find those everywhere. Most people probably have an electric drill.
I mean, maybe if you go to a garage sale,
and you
like
pick
someone
up
who
cheap.
passed away.
But that's the basics of this. Super easy thing to set up, ready to go. So we're going to get his set up. We're going to get on there and start taking this stuff. All right. Definitely recommend before you start this to wash the vehicle, get all that extra dirt off just so you don't get any caught in your wheel and just run a big scratch down it. And also, I was reading on here, it says max 4,000 RPMs. So I lowered it down to a 2. I feel like that's about 4,000, maybe 3,800. And going in tightening direction, or else this would just unscrew. So we're going to hit it kind of at an angle. This isn't directly straight like that. Kind of want to just work it. And let's see how this goes. Also, probably this way.
Definitely taking it off.
We're going to be here for a while.
I should probably help.
Yeah, so it's a little warm, and the thing I've learned of doing this for a while, definitely keep it moving. I wasn't moving that fast, but it wasn't getting too warm. Keep it moving, because if you sit on one spot too long, it will, regardless of paint, it'll ruin it. But I think so far,
I mean, it's definitely coming out.
It's coming
off. No paint thus far has been damaged. Come off. So
we're gonna try the old school buffer now. Daniel's setup, which truly is more superior in the fact there's no batteries.
Yeah.
And it's got 1 speed, so let's see how that goes.
I'm impressed so far. I mean,
so definitely was faster.
Yeah.
And you said, how does it pretty warm?
it's definitely a little hotter. I don't know if I think I was maybe going a little slower than Mike, so we'll see if what what the paint will endure as far as like heat is concerned. It's not super hot. You can still touch it without burning your hand, but it definitely felt a little warmer than his side when he was done.
It took it off quicker though.
Yeah, it definitely took it off.
Definitely moved faster.
Yeah.
And although there is no, I just thought of this. This has a clutch, which I actually had all the way turned down, which is kind of nice because it's almost like a modern buffer where the clutch is going to kick in. So this isn't going to bite and rip anything off. That is just going to take you for a ride.
Oh, yeah.
So this one at least will clutch. And so if you're hitting anything, it kind of stops it. So far, these are working pretty good. It burns them up fairly quickly. I'm glad I got 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because this whole van is a big van.
Yeah.
So definitely don't skimp if you're thinking one's going to do the job.
Right.
Unless it's a small thing.
Right, yeah. I mean, this is all just stripes. Some of these vans have big areas. In fact, up top it used to, and I just used a sander to take it down because that's fiberglass. But yeah, I think the 4-pack
we'll see
for both sides of the van, yeah, it's a lot.
Just going to use them up. All right, so I guess we'll keep going.
So we're just going to, maybe time-lapse this?
Yeah, we're just going to keep going.
And then maybe we'll bring you in just to see
the final
and if we do chip paint, we'll bring you in
how
for
these
that.
look after a full van.
Yeah.
Besides being covered in
rubber. Yeah. It's definitely going. No chips yet. I got the front fender done, the first part of the door.
No paint's come off on my end either. And it's working pretty well.
Yeah.
These things are coming right off. You get a little groove going.
Yeah, it's actually oddly very satisfying.
It's very satisfying.
Because it is coming off. You don't have to put a ton of muscle into it. But I will say in the battle between new school and old school, this thing is extremely hot.
Oh, yeah,
so I don't know.
Hot at all.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh yeah, it's not. So I'm probably actually going to grab some gloves, and I'm very curious if this is going to make it through the whole van. So,
if it's made it this long since the 60s, I think you'll be fine.
I don't know.
I'm still on one battery too, and it's got 2 bars.
2 bars. Easy.
So, but this rubber stuff,
it goes everywhere.
do it outside.
Well, and don't do it in your Sunday's best clothes.
Yeah, don't do it in your garage either.
And I've been actually, I don't know if you can tell in the time lapse, but I've actually been like going side to side this way, and then I actually rotated it and kind of went up and down, and that was helping with the fatter ones here.
Yeah, that's how I was doing the same thing without even knowing it. And you could see it kind of getting wore down. That's after X amount, I'd say like 2
it's
feet.
about mine's going to be a marginal. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's still plenty of life left. They have a line on here that says, obviously, do not go past that. Probably because there's metal in there and stuff, so you don't want to destroy your car.
Yeah.
We're going to just keep going.
Keep going.
It's getting warm.
It's getting hot.
There's so much rubber.
There's rubber, and there's a smell. That's just like your schoolyard erasers amplified times 100.
Yeah. Maybe a mask or something.
Yeah, mask would probably be wise. I will say, I think that the DeWalt moved faster through because I was able to do the door and fender. But I will say I had to actually get my gloves out because that thing is so hot.
Yeah. So you're just your basic drill, 20 volt. Did a really good job at it.
Yeah.
And this is an extreme. I think this is an extreme. This is a lot of stuff we got to take off.
Yeah. And it's very old.
Very old. But surprisingly,
no chips.
No paint burns. Nothing. So this is really soft. So I think that's what helped.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple spots maybe a little gooby on. Get in there, take it off. Like
sometimes around the windows here, like up there, is a little tricky. So I may have to razor it or do whatever, or just pretend it's not there.
If you never used one, these work great.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
impressed.
Didn't know about them, here they are. They work awesome, especially on these old vans, surprisingly.
Mike's got to take off because
Yep.
he's got family responsibilities. I'm going to finish this up, maybe give the old girl a wash down,
Give you a
and then I'll
final
bring you in.
review.
Yeah.
Final
Reveal?
reveal. That's the word.
Yeah.
Reveal.
Yeah.
I'm taking off. Daniel's going to finish up.
Yeah.
He'll give you the final review.
Yeah, I'll run. Yeah. Cool.
Good luck, Daniel.
Yeah. So I took the rest of the time to get most of the bulk of the stripes off, and it came off easy. There was no like nicking or anything. I think there's certain areas kind of down by the door where it was just so caked on that it's either not totally coming off or maybe even took a little bit of paint, but it's not terrible. And you can see in here, for whatever reason, that's not really coming out. So I want to definitely spend some more time with it. I'll bring it back tomorrow, which for you will be in about a second. We're back this next day. It's actually next afternoon. It was super cold this morning, so getting wet with the hose didn't sound as fun as it might sound. So yeah, I didn't get much work done around the windows. Those are probably going to have to wait, just because we want to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible for this week. But I am going to rinse it out just so we can kind of see. You can see it leaves quite a bit of residue from the eraser. So we're going to get this all cleaned up and just kind of see if there's any spots that like chipped up that we didn't see while we're doing it. And yeah. Alright, so I just got that rinsed off. Still going to do a bit of a scrub down, but it will take probably another pass or so with the rubber wheel. I'll bring you in closer so you can see. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but there's definitely spots and stuff left over. I'm definitely going to kind of take care of some of that. Kind of curious to see how much I can actually rub out. But it looks like that's pretty on there. So probably actually going to do the rubber wheel again. I did hear that you can actually do it wet. So let's try that. Right. All right, so these spots are actually coming out. So I'm just gonna kind of finish through here, and then I'm probably gonna just give it a quick wash with some soap, just to kind of get any residue off. And frankly, the van needed to be washed anyways. So yeah, I'll bring it back in when we're done. Alright, just finished up washing it. You can see here, it got most of it, and truthfully, it's hard to say. Like, this thing had chips, and it's an old van, so it kind of had them anyways, but there was no major peeling, which I actually was super surprised. I thought for sure this paint in particular, and as old as that striping was, it was just going to fight us tooth and nail. And it's a time-consuming project, but it's really methodical just to kind of go back and forth. And once I rinsed off all the sort of rubber residue, you can kind of see that there's some, you'll probably have to do a couple passes at it, erase it, rinse it, and then do it again, because there's always going to be one popping up. But yeah, all in all, I'd say as like probably a long weekend, which we did not have. This is a very doable product. The Amazon ones work amazing, and they're not that expensive. And I think you know, this van compared to when I bought it was, you know, it was all cracked and just not looking good. So I think it looks 100 times better. Still a creeper van, but that's okay. So we have a couple projects still lined up for this. The next one we're for sure going to do on the channel are these running boards, these fiberglass ones. I just really like the look of it without, and you can see that one was already broken. So we're going to do, unfortunately, all the ones that they sell for this van I really don't like. They just, you know, they're your basic set. I want something that looks a little bit more, not necessarily like a rock slider, but just a little bit more utilitarian. And Mike and I have kind of toyed around with the idea of maybe trying to make some, but truthfully, I think it might be cheaper to just buy one on Amazon and just retrofit it to fit this van. I already know the length of it. I've seen one online, so we may do that in the next couple months. So thanks for sticking around. If you made it this far, try this if this was something you were kind of thinking about doing. And yeah, let us know if you like these kind of review videos. We have a couple more that we were thinking about doing. We do have more content coming up on the BMW, the Baja, possibly the Shark Truck. So we're just trying to get everything together on those so we can kind of bring you another series of them. So this is just to get some content out to you, and I think it's helpful information to have. So like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.